Creativity. What is creativity? Why does it feel like it's dying? Who is to blame? Is it us? Is it AI? Is it both? I think AI is slowly changing the way we experience creativity. As a graphic designer, I've been using a whole lot of AI recently as part of my process to generate work, to evaluate work, to give feedback, and I'm growing extremely tired. I'm exhausted, and I really hope there are other creatives, other artists, other graphic designers, other musicians, other painters who feel the same exact way. I feel like it's just been forced down our throats, and I'm tired. I'm so tired of it. I have never been one to say, okay, don't use AI, but I am reaching a point where it's stifling me and it's slowly damaging my creativity, the way I produce work. I allowed it to consume me because, again, of the efficiency of AI. However, my creativity took a huge jab. So, guess what? We're going back to the basics. Graphic design is a huge part of my life, but creativity and creating is an even more huge part of my life now. Especially as I've been making this kind of transition into doing more digital art and painting. Because as I would have said in earlier videos, it's when I feel most like myself. It's when I am allowed to just be free to be able to express whatever I feel. And another way that I would have been expressing and bringing that creativity to life would be through journaling and sketching. It feels like you're just taking all the chaos and putting some type of structure to it, although that's not what I want to say it is, because there's nothing like structure in art. I feel like a way to just take a break from all this AI slop and AI everything. I'm gonna go through with you guys some of my most vulnerable sketches, expressive writing. But before I even go through this, you could have AI agents to do everything for you once you train it and you teach it and you prompt it. But I feel like after all these prompts, you slowly start losing that human touch, human side. It's almost like you become like a machine in a sense. Yeah, it's your thoughts, but when you do one prompt, it's like then there's another prompt and a prompt after that and a prompt after that. And it starts feeling like robotic. And no part of any creative needs to feel robotic, needs to feel ritualistic, needs to feel like tedious or systematic. And my life has been slowly turning into that ET episode. Like, why? No. When you throw that same idea into AI, it now becomes like a place where everything is imagined. It's not a tool anymore. It feels like this go-to place where everything is created. And that is not how it should feel. The place where we create is in here. Not a bot, not a machinery. Art at its core is a science. It needs to be explored. And the only way to explore is when you sit in the silence and just listen. Wait for the vision. And the vision will come. It always comes. But when you prompt an AI, it answers. And that is not how visions work. I think what is missed the most is I miss the ugly sketches, the ugly thoughts, the imperfections, the mistakes, because we are all human. AI is not human. AI is perfect. AI does not make mistakes. AI does not feel. But who feels? Humans. We feel. Bring back that. Bring back humanness. So, this is one of my sketchbooks. This is my favorite sketchbook because this is the sketchbook that I use to express thoughts, whatever feelings that I can't say out loud, I write. But this is one of these sketches that I would have done. And this is called Forbidden Soul. Should I read it for you guys? I don't know. I feel like it's unfair to just show you guys and not give context. So I'll read a piece of it. The night is peaceful, but yet cold. Where can I go to shelter my soul? That's one of the things that I would have read. I know some of you guys might pause it, don't do that. This is one of my favorite ones. This is very dear to me. Can you guys tell what this is? If you guessed a flower, yes, it's a flower. But she is the divine feminine. I am her. She is within me. The light that shines even in the darkest corners. It captivates. It illuminates through the soul. I think eventually what I might do is I might release a book of all these drawings and poems and writings for you guys. But that was just a sneak peek of some of the things that I would have had written down. I dream a lot. I'm a dreamer. And that is one way I would say God has really blessed me. And I really do thank Him for that. I receive most of my best ideas and best visions through dreams. I don't believe that it's directly coming from God, but somehow or the other, I have really vivid dreams and I turn them into ideas, into concepts, into sketches, into writing. I had a whole book where I would write down my dreams every night that I would have, but writing down dreams every night could become exhausting, so I stopped. But whatever dreams that I want to remember, I write down because I have really bad memory. But that's also why I like doing these videos, because I could also use it as a way to reflect and to remember how I felt during a certain period in my life. Now the question is, could AI do that? And that is the advantage that we have as humans. We have consciousness. And with our consciousness, we could do so much. And consciousness is a way that I use to explore my creativity. And what I would say is my solution to all this, if you're going through a similar thing as me, where you're feeling exhausted and tired of AI and you feel like it's consuming you, this is also advice to myself, but I'm saying it out loud. Take a step back from AI. If you have to uninstall AI, if you have to delete AI, do it. Sit with yourself, get back to traditional writing, get back to books. Get a book, get a pen, write, sketch, color, draw, paint, whatever. Whatever you choose to do it traditionally. Something about doing things traditionally feels very human and authentic because it's not stored anywhere, it's in the physical realm. It's in front of you. You have no choice but to work with what is physically there. And the last thing I would say before I end this video is don't be afraid of AI. AI is actually making things really good for creatives right now. People are starting to get tired, just like us. People are starting to push back against it. And people are starting to value human created art again. It's a sense of hope. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and thanks for sitting with me with my thoughts and the obsessions. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.